Joanne from Backpack Buddies. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you
for having me.
Absolutely. I found out about your mission through one of the people who works for Champions of Hope. Vanessa reached out to you just to kind of see if you'd be interested in coming on the podcast. And then I found out more about your mission through Vanessa and through meeting you. We had a little video call talking about, what you guys are doing right now, how it started. So can you break down your mission to someone who has never heard the Backpack Buddies before?
Good question. So about 14 years ago, I was visiting a friend of mine who worked as a outreach worker at one of the schools here on the downtown east side. And she was a First Nations person, and I had actually she did a lot of plant growing. And at that time, my mom was suffering from Alzheimer's, and she said, "We have plants that can help your mom, so you need to come down to the school and I can show you these plants." So I went down there and we chatted quite a bit about the plants, and she showed me the stuff that I needed to do to give to my mom, who, by the way, wouldn't drink. It was so sour.
Yeah.
Anyway, we went back to her office and we had tea, and I said to her, what do your kids need here? If there's anything that your kids need, what is it? Is it like after school programs? Is it school supplies? Is it trips outside of school? And she said, there's really only one thing that we need right now, and that's food on weekends. She said, a lot of our kids that are here take advantage of school meal programs, but when they go home on weekends, there's often nothing for them to eat at home. Mm-hmm. And I had one of those kind of aha moments that Oprah Winfrey always talks about. Mm-hmm. It's like, right, if kids don't have food during the week, how are they going to have food on the weekends? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And it's going to be even worse because there's 2 days of nothing.
Yeah.
So I left there thinking, okay, you know what? I really need to do something about this. Once you hear about the problem, once you see the problem, you can't unhear it, you can't unsee it. Mm-hmm. So I called up my daughter, and she was working at a law firm, and she wanted to go to university and become a lawyer. So she had gotten a job at a law firm working as a paralegal for a bit. And I said to her, you need to quit your job and come work with me. We need to feed kids on weekends. And she's like, Mom, is this another one of your crazy schemes? And I said, no, this is something I just found out about from my friend Aaron, who works at Grandview. Yeah. I said, we need to do something about this. These kids are starving on weekends, and we have to do something. Yeah. So she didn't quit her job right away, but we kind of worked and hatched a plan about how we were going to start a program to feed kids on weekends. And we literally started with the air in our pockets. Mm-hmm. That was it. That's all we had. Mm-hmm. We went back to her old school that she graduated from and said to one of the kids there that was running the service projects, we explained what we had found out to him, and we said, you need to help us. You need to do a service project. You need to raise money so that we can go and buy some food for these kids, put it in a backpack, hence Backpack Buddies, and take it to them for weekend hunger. Anyway, he was a very forward-thinking kid, and he went to the school principal, and the school principal said, no, we're not doing this. And he said, yes, we are. This is going to be our service project. Mm-hmm. So it happened. They started a service project where they raised some money. Mm-hmm. And they raised enough money to buy food for 20 bags. Mm-hmm. And we put 4 or 5 meals, some fruit, some veg, a couple of non-perishable meals into the bag. Mm-hmm. We had the service club. I think there was 5 kids. They helped pack the bags in the back of our car. And we took the kids down to Grandview, and they handed out the backpacks to the kids. Mm-hmm. And that was really the start of Backpack Buddies. Kind of the Reader's Digest version. Yeah. Fast forward today, we've been in. We became a registered charity in 2015. And so it's been 11 years since we got registered, and we now we have 20 full-time employees delivering 7,000 bags of food across the province of British Columbia every single week.
Wow.
To help kids out.
Wow.
and we would love to grow more, and we're working on growing more. Yeah, so we would like to expand to feed every child in BC that's hungry on weekends eventually.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's pretty. I think I told you this when we spoke prior to this podcast, but it's kind of incredible to hear like you hearing a problem about kids being starving and immediately jumping to action of being like, what can I do to like help these kids and help this problem? Where do you think that comes from you personally, that drive to want to help kids in those specific situations?
I've always had a soft spot for kids. Always. I have 4 kids of my own. I have 7 grandkids. And we have always had enough food in our fridge to feed my kids and the grandkids. And the thought of a child going hungry on the weekends, I don't even know where that feeling comes from, but it's kind of a gut feeling. It's like, how is this possible when we live in this fabulous place with all of these privileges and we have kids that are hungry on weekends? It just, in my mind, it makes no sense to me. And I've always, like I say, I helped build Canuck Place, which is the hospice for kids. So I have, like I say, always have felt empathetic towards kids that aren't as privileged as I was growing up, and my kids have been growing up, and now my grandkids, and just trying to figure out ways to help people that don't have as much as we do.
Yeah, absolutely.
In a society that they should have as much as we do. Everybody should have enough to eat.
Absolutely.
And it's not even a problem of not having enough food. It's a distribution of the food.
Yeah.
Like you go to the grocery store. I went to the grocery store the other day and I literally bought half a bag of groceries. And it was $100.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm spouting off about my privilege here, being able to buy $100 worth of groceries. But honestly, it's now the problem that we have is now more dire than it was, say, a year ago.
Absolutely. Especially with prices rising.
Oh, it's insane.
Yeah.
And the price of gas, we're just trying to figure out what we're going to do with that. Actually, we've just got a grant to buy an electric vehicle.
Oh, nice.
Which has really excited me because the environment is another thing that I'm really passionate about. And, not having to put gas in a car or one of our trucks is, hopefully going to help the environment a bit.
Oh, absolutely. What was your background before starting Backpack Buddies? You said you helped build Canuck Hospice Place. What was your...
I was a mom and was privileged enough to be able to go and help build Canuck Place. Yeah, that's really my background, is being a mom.
Yeah, it's the hardest job of them all. I would say you're on the clock 24/7, 7 days a week.
And now being a grandma, it's so fun because I get to hype the kids up on chocolate and send them home.
All right, now it's time for your mom and dads to deal with this.
Off you go. I don't have to get up at night. I don't have to change the diapers. Well, actually, I do change the diapers when I'm babysitting. But yeah,
that's awesome.
It's a completely different role and something that I always wanted, but it's just a completely different way you feel about your grandkids than you do your kids. It's so awesome.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
Awesome.
Tell me a bit about the way you guys actually give these meals out to the kids, because I know there's a specific way you guys do it. And can you tell me about that way and why it's done that way?
So it's really not that specific. I mean, we have a 10,000 square foot warehouse in North Vancouver.
Yeah.
And we have volunteers that come in and help us pack almost every single backpack. It's a very volunteer forward organization. And, we send out our little calendars for people to sign up for volunteering every 3 months. And it's literally filled up in an hour, which is incredible. So we have incredible support from the community. So we pack all these bags and they are put into blue IKEA bags. We've actually never found a better way to transport these bags to schools. So someone will pack the bag. There's usually between 7 and 8 meals for the weekend. It's all non-perishable because we don't know what kids are going to do with the food, whether they're going to stick it under their bed. And, if it's a meat product and it stays there for 2 days, it's not going to be good. So one of our mandates, our main mandate is non-perishable food. So everything is kid-friendly, single serving. So if they open it up, they can finish it all without needing to have it refrigerated if they don't finish it all. We put things like snacks are hummus and crackers, tuna and crackers. We're trying to make the bags healthier. We started off, with lots of Kraft noodles and Kraft dinner and those little noodles in the bags and
Mr. Noodles. Yeah.
Those not really healthy food. And now we've completely changed our menu, and it's much healthier, the food that we have sourced for the bags. And the good thing about that is because we're well known in the city now, we get lots of distributors calling us now saying, how can we help? Can we give you a deal here? Can we give you a deal there? We pay mostly for everything that goes into the bags. Not a lot of food is donated. There isn't a big margin on food, even though.
No, not at all.
No.
Yeah,
so, getting a certain percentage off is super valuable for us. And because we buy such large volume now, it's...
makes more sense for them to give a discount.
Yeah, so we're buying 16,000 cans of soup.
Yeah.
That only lasts a month for us.
Absolutely.
It's more advantageous for us to buy from the actual manufacturer. We use Cisco a lot. We use Save-On a lot. They've been really great with us.
Amazing.
In helping us get the right things into the bags. And then they got all packed up, like I said, in IKEA bags. They go into the backs of our trucks. And our boys now, we have 5 trucks on the road now, and they are out Monday to Friday now. Used to be we just would deliver the bags on a Friday afternoon and the kids would take them home. Now, because we're delivering so many bags across the Lower Mainland, they go out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Well, Thursday, not so much. Yeah, I think Friday now. I'm sort of not in the logistics of it anymore.
Yeah, totally.
I can't even remember how many bags go where anymore. I used to know every bag, how many at that school, how many at that school now. We have over 480 sites that we deliver to now.
Okay, wow.
So can't remember all that.
Nice. No, absolutely. How does a kid opt into the Backpack Buddies program if they're at school? Like, what does that process look like?
I think it's a bit different in every school. We don't have any association with picking the children. We let the schools do that.
Gotcha.
So they are really, the schools and the teachers and the outreach workers and the principals and the counselors are incredible people. They work so hard for these kids to make sure that they have what they need. They really are amazing. And they know what's going on in families. And often families don't want to say that they can't feed their kids. It's kind of like a pride thing, or they're worried that, someone's going to come knocking at the door and say, well, you can't feed your kids. We're going to have to look at that. So we just listen to what the teachers say, or the counselors or the principals. If they say they need 10 bags for their school, we give them 10 bags. If another school needs 200 bags, we give them 200.
Nice.
So we make it as low barrier. In fact, we don't have any barriers. We listen to the schools. We take the food to the school, the bags to the kids. They get given out, and if you take it and you don't need it, karma's always on our side.
Yeah, absolutely.
At least we hope it is.
Yeah, no, totally. It's kind of good that you guys let the principals and the teachers be the ones to look at who needs them, because oftentimes they spend the most amount of time with those kids, right? And a lot of the times you can tell when a kid is not hungry or is hungry or wants to say something but feels like he can't say something or they can't say something.
Exactly.
I particularly, one reason why I connected so hard with your mission is because I went through a very similar thing when I was a kid, where, we had to go to food banks, we had to, access the Harvest Project. And again, like my mom, bless her soul, I love her dearly. But again, like it was hard to say like, I can't feed my kids.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Really hard.
Yeah, especially as a single mom too.
Yeah.
Right. So
Totally.
it's, how do you provide services that are as low barrier as possible so that parents don't feel ashamed that they need to access those services? Because I think that's a very, very big part of that whole process.
Oh, 100%. That's why we are so low barrier. Because we don't want people to feel that they can't ask for help. That would be, not great.
Yeah. And how has it been? How long have you been with BACPAC? How long have they been around? I should ask first.
We started in I always want to say 2012, but my daughter always says 2013. And then, like I say, we registered as a charity in 2015. So 14 years now, almost 15 years we've been around.
Okay, well, and how many schools or programs are you guys delivering currently?
We deliver to almost 500 sites all over British Columbia.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay.
After starting out with one school. And it's really interesting. At the very beginning, we were not taken seriously. And I used to spend a lot of my time going to schools and saying, we have this program. I would take a bag of food. I would show them what was in the bag. And they would be so skeptical of, well, this doesn't cost us. You'll deliver it to the school. We don't have to go to pick it up. I'm
Like, what's
nope.
the catch? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. What's the catch?
Yeah.
No catch.
Yeah.
And we give them a list of schools that were already getting our program. And then it gradually we gained a bit of a reputation that, we did what we said we were going to do.
Yeah.
And at the very beginning, in order to help us pay for it, with not just the air in our pockets, we set it up. We called the program Kids Helping Kids. And I knocked on doors, and Emily Ann knocked on doors of schools that were more socioeconomically well off. So we went to Collingwood, we went to Brockton, we went to St. George's, we went to all those schools where we knew people had money. And they started the program for us in their schools. So they would raise money, they would buy the food, we would actually buy the food, we would drop it off to the schools at the beginning of the week, they would pack the bags, we would go back, pick the bags up on the Thursday, and then deliver them to the schools on a Friday. And that's how we started.
Oh, wow.
Because I really want kids to know what's going on in their own backyard. Because it could be your neighbor that's getting our Backpack Buddies program. You have no idea what goes on in families. So, in fact, we had one school that was quite a socioeconomically forward school, and there was a few kids in there that weren't able to feed themselves. And it was such a weird, because we would say, well, we're delivering, I'm not going to name the school now, but we would say we're delivering to this school, and they're like, how is there kids in that school that don't have food? And it's like, there you go. We have no idea what's going on in our own backyard.
Absolutely.
So I feel, and Emily Ann feels, and the people that we have that work with us, our team members, feel it's very important for kids to know what's going on. And we have school groups come to our warehouse often and help pack bags, and we give them a little lesson in what's going on in their own backyard. We tell them where the bags are going, who they're helping, and maybe one day one of these kids will solve the problem of childhood hunger. I mean, that would be the best outcome for us, is to put ourselves out of business.
Yeah.
So there is no hungry kids anymore.
Yeah. I find so many charities that we talk to say the exact same thing. Like the hope is that they no longer have a job down the line.
Exactly.
Right. I think, first of all, like, allowing kids into the process of feeding other kids, like, teaches those kids, like you said, a very valuable lesson that, like, it could be your friend you don't know, but not only that, but like living a life of like service, like you are.
Right, helping people.
Helping people.
We don't have enough empathy in our society anymore.
No.
Kids sit home, watch screens rather than going out and helping people.
Absolutely.
And I think that, even if we just get one or two or three of these kids that come to our program and decide that this is something they want to do to help forward, move society forward, then it's a win.
Absolutely. How has it been? What was the road like to becoming a registered charity? How is that process like?
We really lucked into and we have lucked into a lot of good luck things over the years.
Yeah.
It and that's kind of the philosophy I always have. If you go down a road and there's a roadblock, then you got to back up and turn, go another way.
Yeah.
But if you get through the road and you get down to the end of it, and there's something at the end of it that you want, then
Yeah.
you're good to go. You're golden.
Yeah.
So we had a lawyer on our board because we had to set up a board to have a charity.
Mm-hmm.
And he registered the charity for us in about 3 months
Awesome.
for like $110.
Oh,
which
awesome.
is hardly heard of because it's a lot of money to register a charity.
Yeah.
So that was incredible.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we are, a depth of gratitude to him for
Yeah.
getting us set up on the road to a charity, because it's way easier to fundraise when you can give out that tax number.
Absolutely. Tax receipt. Yeah.
That
it's
tax
huge.
receipt, yeah.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
tax number is super valuable.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What has been your guys' like primary source of fundraising for Backpack Buddies?
Well, if you see me walking down the street and you're my friend, you cross to the other side because I'm going to ask you for money.
I love that. Yeah.
Oh, there she's coming down the road. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's hide. And I don't do that so much anymore because we're now well established, but we honestly, there was a child that came in 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago over spring break. They had made candles. And they went around their neighborhood and they sold the candles and they raised like $90.
Oh.
So they came in and they donated the $90 and then they got to peck bags for an hour or an hour and a half or whatever.
Oh.
So we literally go from people like that, little kids helping us out,
Yeah.
to big corporations like Amazon and TELUS and a bunch of, corporate sponsorships that we get and grants. We write a lot of grants.
Yeah.
And we have found that telling people about ourselves is very helpful. Mm-hmm. So you will probably see us on billboards and buses and bus shelters and hear us on the radio. And it's, it's like a business. You have to run a charity like a business in order to raise money for your cause. I mean, if you sit there and no one knows about you and no one knows what you're doing, are they going to donate?
Absolutely.
Are they going to come and support you?
Yeah.
Probably not. So you got to get out there and tell the world what you're doing. And it so amazes me still at how many people do not know about the childhood hunger crisis in our province. Mm-hmm. What do you mean there's hungry kids? There's over 250,000 hungry kids in our province that live in vulnerable situations. You're kidding me. I wish I was.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm not.
Yeah.
So that's, that's one of the things that we do is make sure we tell people about what we do. And this podcast is a perfect example of that.
Yeah. And, my hope is like by spreading all these clips of the podcast, people recognize the name Backpack Buddies from seeing it on a bus or seeing it on a billboard.
Yeah.
And being like, oh, yeah, like the Backpack Buddies. Like, oh, there's 250,000 hungry kids, right? Like, of course, that's a very important mission. Why do you think... Because I feel like, and I might be completely oversimplifying the whole thing, but I feel like there isn't a lot of people who would hear about this problem and immediately build an entire charity to like solve this problem. Why is this specific issue so important to you?
The children are the future. They are going to inherit the world from me, because I'm that last generation now. Most of the people in the generation above me are gone. Mm-hmm. And kids are just like, they're so, they're amazing kids.
Precious. Yeah.
And they, like I say, one of those kids, hopefully, or two, will solve the hunger problem and come up with some way to make sure that there's no hungry kids. Mm-hmm. And it's one of our best resources for the future.
Yeah, absolutely. It's sort of like that analogy of planting a tree, knowing that you'll never sit in the shade of it, right?
Exactly. Yeah. And even if we move one child further towards being empathetic to, whether it's hungry kids or animals or old people or seniors. I shouldn't say old people because I'm a senior now. That to me is a win. For sure.
Yeah. And you work with your daughter, correct?
I do.
What's that been like, working with your daughter on such an important mission?
It's challenging sometimes because when you're at work, she calls me by my first name, so that we try to step out of the mother-daughter role, which isn't always easy. And we do, while we agree on a lot of things, we often disagree on things as well. So to pave that path to equality between the mom and the daughter, we have to go into those roles where we're not a mom and a daughter.
Yeah.
And it's not easy at times. And I wouldn't trade it for the world. I am so blessed to be able to work with my daughter, and I get to see her all the time, and we bounce ideas off of each other. She's good at things I'm not good at. I'm good at things she's not good at. She's very technologically minded. I have everything in my brain that I need to start writing things down.
Yeah.
And she's always like, can you show me where this is on the Google Drive? And she's like, Mom, I've showed you 40 times. And I said, well, you're going to have to show me 41. Because I don't know what I'm doing with this. And I'm really good at technology for being a senior.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's wonderful. We do love it. But like I say, it can be challenging sometimes. For sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Step outside of those roles.
Yeah. And it sounds like you guys complement each other's skill set very well.
Yeah. Which is great.
Yeah. And she was there at the very beginning.
Very beginning.
Because you were telling me you guys were like handing out meals in the trunk of your car. That's
right.
Can you explain to me how that time was going when the idea was first kind of getting speed?
That's exactly how it went. We packed bags in parking lots, in underground parking lots. We parked in Stanley Park parking lots and packed bags there. We packed them everywhere.
Packed them here, there, everywhere.
Everywhere we could find a spot. Yeah. We packed bags. We roped our friends, our family, anybody that we could get to come and help us pack bags. We have pictures of us packing, in this parking lot, and there's bags and food everywhere, and kids helping us and their parents helping us. It was a literal bootstrap moment like that. We literally, our very first fundraiser was a 3 martini. I can't even remember. It was a martini contest. And my son, who was a bartender at the time, thankfully not anymore, had 2 of his friends, and they each he made a martini, the other friend made a martini, and the other friend made a martini. They were bartenders at pubs in Yaletown. And then there was a contest, and whoever won, I can't remember what they won, but anyway, we raised $1,800. And I still have the blue shoe box that we had all the 50-50 tickets in, which was like $120 or something. Nice. The winner got. Nice. So we literally, like I said, we bootstrapped it and begged people for help and money. And we got a really good recommendation from I think it wasn't the Vancouver Foundation, it was Vancouver something. From a wonderful lady called Jennifer Johnstone, and she recommended this grant writer. I'm not going to say her name because she's not available to write grants for anybody else other than us. She was one of our first paid team members.
Okay, nice.
And she really is one of the reasons we are where we are, because she is such a masterful grant writer and helped us get some grants. And the first couple of grants we got were like $1,000 or $5,000, and we're like, oh my God, we got $5,000 in our bank account. We've arrived.
Yeah, we're here. We did it.
This year, we just hit our fiscal was March 31st, and we hit $7 million.
Wow.
So we're pretty proud of ourselves.
That's incredible.
So that's how we're feeding 7,000 kids a week now.
Yeah.
So it's been, COVID was a big boost for us, even though that sounds funny. it was a big boost because there was so much government funding available, and each community you could go for funding, support funding. And we applied probably in 6 different communities, and we got every single grant that we applied for because we were helping kids. Don't ask me how we got the bags out then. It was a challenge.
I bet that was a challenge. 100%.
Standing on the street corners with trucks, handing them out to kids.
Yeah.
It was a crazy, as you can imagine, time.
Yeah.
But that COVID really did help kickstart us into expansion for sure.
That's amazing. I mean, that sounds like a really great thing to come out of the kind of COVID, right?
Yeah. I mean, it was, but I mean, and when we went home for lockdown, it was like, okay, what are we going to do? We just moved into a brand new warehouse. It was 1,200 square feet. And we thought, oh God, we've arrived now. We were packing like 1,200 bags a week. And we had 4 team members. And we thought, oh my God, we got this beautiful warehouse. Because we started out in shipping containers on First Nations land under the Lionsgate Bridge. And that was interesting. We had no bathrooms. We had nothing there. It was just these shipping containers. And we stored the food in one. We had a packing one, and then we stored the bags in the other one until we got to deliver them. And then we decided, nope, we've got to get a bigger warehouse. So we moved into this warehouse, and literally, I think we moved in March. No. We moved in the fall, and then of course, March was when the lockdown was.
Yeah.
So it was like, go home, do nothing. Or after 2 weeks, when the lockdown was kind of, you could actually get out of your house.
Yeah.
Are we going to do this? And there's 3 of us at the time, looking at each other going, we're going to do this.
Let's go feed some kids.
We're not giving up.
That's amazing.
We worked too hard to get here to give up now.
Yeah.
And we were in that 1,200 square foot warehouse for 8 months. And then we moved into a 10,000 square foot warehouse just down the road. We have, like I say, now we have 5 trucks on the road and 5 guys on the road. We have a warehouse in Victoria that's delivering from Nanaimo down. Yeah. So here we are.
Wow. So you guys are literally all over the province.
We're all over the province, top to bottom, back to front, up to down,
side
to side.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's amazing. Can you tell me about a particular story that you may have had with a kid or that you heard from one of your staff that sticks out to you?
We often left, Emily Ann and I, because we were delivering the bags at the very beginning. We often left schools crying because of the stories that we heard. And kids coming up to us and saying, before Backpack Buddies, the only thing I had all weekend was water. Can you imagine? That one sticks in our mind a lot. We literally looked at each other and just burst out crying. Because sometimes you think, oh my God, how, are we making a difference in kids' lives? Is this actually helping? And then in the times when you're feeling the most like, oh my God, what are we doing? You hear those sorts of stories.
When you need it the most.
Exactly. And you go, yes, we are helping.
Yeah.
And that's what keeps us going, is the fact that we are helping these kids. And we don't have a lot of contact with the schools anymore. We're sort of more the corporate, and we really miss that because we did everything. We delivered all the bags to the schools. We helped hand them out to the children. It was really a mom and daughter operation.
Yeah.
And but it's become a bit more corporate for her and I.
Yeah.
We don't have the contact with the kids at all anymore. But we do have people, team members that come back from delivering bags with stories and cards, and just, kids are so thoughtful and sending, little thank you cards, and it's amazing feeling.
Well, they're so sweet, right? I think to some people, it's just a bag of food, but for kids, it's everything for them.
Everything.
Right?
Totally, yeah.
Because we all know what happens when you're hungry. You can't emotionally regulate yourself. You're stressed constantly. Your body's in fight or flight. So just imagine that, but you're a child.
Yeah.
Right?
I often say to people, go for a weekend without food.
Yeah.
And you'll know how these children feel. Just try it. Just try it, go. Even, my kids always get mad at me when I get hungry. They call me hangry, and that only takes 3 hours. So it's it's like, Mom, you're exhibiting hangry signs. Go and get a snack. I know. Okay. So, but imagine, we're laughing, but it's not funny. I mean, these poor kids, they literally, can you imagine, going to, well, I mean, if you were in that situation, you may have gone for a
Yeah.
whole weekend without food, and you know what it feels like.
Yeah. I mean, I remember one time when for like, I think 2 weeks, all we ate was just like spaghetti with no sauce. Like we call it like spaghetti madness week. So it was just like, so we just like ate pasta without anything in it.
Yeah.
And me and my sisters like always laugh about that time because we thought it was so funny when we
Yeah.
were kids.
Yeah.
But like little did my mom know, my mom was stressing because she couldn't like afford sauce. She couldn't afford anything besides pasta to give us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why, like, when I heard about your mission, like, I was first of all surprised I'd never even heard about it before, right? And then second of all, to hear what you guys are doing to like feed these kids on the weekend. It's like you said, it's that aha moment, like, oh, of course, not only do kids need food during the week at school, but they need food when they leave school. Probably more so because they're not anywhere where they can receive it,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
And I think to hear of a story like the Backpack Buddies, how you guys started handing out meals in the trunk of your car, packing the bags in parking lots, knocking on doors, going to schools, all just to solve that problem of kids being hungry over the weekend, right?
And the thing that's so surprising to us as we move along, well, it's not surprising anymore, but when we first started doing this, we sort of focused on the schools on the downtown east side. There were 6 or 7 of them that, you know, we did focus on because that was where we figured that the most vulnerable kids were. But we supply bags to schools in West Vancouver. We supply bags to schools in North Vancouver. Bags over in Kits. I mean, that's the thing. It's everywhere.
It is everywhere. Yeah.
It's absolutely everywhere. And you don't sort of think that that's the case. You just think, okay, well, we'll feed these kids on the downtown east side and we'll be done. It's shocking how many hungry kids there are.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. And with my family, we bounced around from like Surrey, Langley, all over the place. And then when we went to North Vancouver and we were kids and we were very poor, it was like a different kind of struggle where like a lot of the kids around you, even for the kids you don't know, were doing well off, but you're not. And you feel ashamed
Yeah.
for needing to go ask for something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then on top of that, like my mom and the shame she felt like being around parents who were taking their kids to like, you know, out of the country or on
Yeah,
vacations and
yeah.
everything, right? So again, like it's another reason why your mission is so important, I think, and why, you know, we wanted to support you guys for this upcoming show because again, like our goal is to spread awareness within the art scene about these incredible missions that are being done right in our backyard, right? Like feeding kids, right? Getting Christmas gifts for kids who can't afford them, like all these like important, the food bank, right? The mental health association, like all these incredible missions that like they need funding,
Yeah.
but they also need awareness. Like you said, they need people to know they exist.
Exactly.
First and
That's the biggest
foremost.
thing is awareness.
Yeah. And yeah, we're, you know, trying to do our part with supporting these incredible missions. And I think just hearing more about how you guys started, how it's been going, and the trajectory that you guys are currently on, I think it's just amazing to hear.
Thank you.
Yeah. I kind of want to, like, first and foremost, like, we're going to be supporting you on April 25th for our upcoming show. 25% of every ticket goes towards a donation towards you guys and supporting your mission. I kind of like to ask kind of one question, because I know you have a hard stop at one, but let's say if everything regarding Backpack Buddies, your mission, your work was kind of just wiped off the face of the earth, like, what do you think would be the core message you would want to leave with people about the Backpack Buddies?
Help your neighbor. Pick them up off the ground if they've fallen down. That's, you know, that's why we're here, in my opinion. Just when you see someone that needs help, help them. If there's no more Backpack Buddies, help your neighbor and take care of the animals.
Yes, absolutely.
It's my very close second passion.
Yeah, that's your second passion.
Oh yeah.
Because when you have a new puppy, what's your puppy's name?
My puppy's name is Piper,
Piper.
and she's a miniature Aussie Doodle, and she's a maniac. At the minute, she's a maniac,
Yeah. Puppies are like that.
but
How,
she's adorable.
how come I guess you could say animal welfare, animal rights is so important to you? Because you said that's another aspect that you're really passionate about.
Oh, I haven't eaten an animal for 35 years. I'm very passionate about factory farming and feedlots and trying to wipe them off the face of the planet.
Yeah.
If I wasn't helping children, that would be my mission.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
35 years. Wow.
35 years.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's awesome.
Yes. My kids were all raised as vegetarians, but none of them are now. In fact, last night it was my daughter's birthday and we went to the Keg for dinner.
Oh,
She warned me, Mom, we're going to be eating steak. You cannot say a word about where these steaks came from. And I'm like, okay, I promise. I won't say anything.
I think it's incredible to meet someone who's so passionate about helping others. I think like we need more of that in the world. We need
We
more people who are like dedicated
Yes.
towards solving a problem, no matter how big the problem may seem.
Yep.
Right?
We do. People are so focused just on their path. You know what I mean? And they don't sort of look at other people's paths and see people that are less fortunate and think that they should help them. And that's, my big message that I carry with me wherever I go. Like I just said, if you see someone fall down, pick them up, help them, do something that can, help them move forward. It's I think I'm not supposed to get into politics and I won't, but I think the current atmosphere in the world is changed everybody to just be so much more
Divisive.
and focused on just themselves rather than the broader picture of what's going on in the world. And I think if we all helped our neighbor out just a little bit, it would just change the whole world about how you look at the world. Helping people makes me, I mean, I'm not saying for everybody, but I get a real sort of, I helped people. I'm helping people. I'm helping children. And it makes you feel good about yourself.
Yeah. I always, because I come from a nonprofit background, like fundraising, and obviously what we're doing is nonprofit adjacent, even though we're not a registered nonprofit.
Yeah.
But again, anytime I did any of that work, like it wasn't necessarily selfless, because what I got from it was that feeling of feeling good, like I did something.
Right?
Right. And to me, that's worth everything. Like if I can put my head down on the pillow saying that I tried my absolute best to help my community, like that to me means more than
Totally.
whatever else is out there.
And if more people felt like that and thought like that, we'd have a lot less problems in the world.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. And
Yeah.
people are free to have their own opinions about things.
Yeah. Absolutely. So if someone wants to get involved with Backpack Buddies, like help you guys out, like first let's start with volunteering and then we'll start with donations. So where can people go to volunteer and help you guys out?
Everything you need to know about volunteering is on our website, backpackbuddies.ca. It is hard to get into volunteer at Backpack Buddies. We have about a list of probably 500 to 550 volunteers. That's always been something that we've never had an issue with, which we've been so grateful for. Even during COVID, people would come and help us pack. We actually had everything lined up on the street. We were out literally in the traffic packing bags so that we could keep the right distance from everybody until we moved into our bigger warehouse. But yeah, if you'd like to volunteer, go to our website. I think it's volunteer@backpackbuddies.ca. Send an email. And the other way that you can get involved is if you are a corporate entity and you want to do a team building event with your team members, we have a program called Pack and Give Back, and you have to make a donation into the program to help pay for the bags that you come and pack. And we usually have a minimum donation now of $5,000. And you come to our warehouse, you bring up to 30 team members. You can bring as few as 5, up to 30, and you pack bags for 2 hours.
Nice.
And we are booked solid until September.
Nice.
And if you don't get in now, you won't get in the fall either. That's how popular that program is. So yeah, it's awesome.
Amazing.
The amount of people that just want to come and help. And we have some volunteers that have literally been with us since day one. And they're still coming every week to volunteer. It's amazing. It's awesome.
Yeah.
People are so great.
People want to help.
They do. They really do. And you give them an opportunity to help, they're there.
And that's the thing, right? People need the opportunities,
Yeah.
the awareness of how to help.
Exactly.
Right? Because problems out there can seem so grand, but
Start little. You start with 20 backpacks out of the back of your car.
exactly.
just start with that.
Yeah.
And look where we are now.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, well, that's amazing. And then if people want to donate, I'm guessing same thing on your website.
Same thing on our website. Donate button is right on the front page.
As it
The
should
little
be.
pop-up.
Yeah.
Donate. Just get your little finger walking on that donate button, please.
Yeah. That's amazing. Well, we're so excited to have you guys as our beneficiary for April 25th. It's going to be a great night of musicians, local Vancouver bands, local visual artists selling, little nicks, snacks, and prints and everything. Some food, and, drinks, things like that. It's going to be a great night, April 25th here at the Mezzanine. So yeah, Joanne, thank you so much for taking time to sit down with me.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it, and I'm grateful for your time.
Absolutely. And thank you for your time as well and for the mission that you guys are doing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
If you'd like to come and volunteer, you don't need to push the donate or the volunteer button. You just call me.
I will.
I'll get you in.
I will. And once we get our team kind of settled in, I want to go in and do that corporate thing where we spend some time,
Definitely.
packing those bags all together as a team.
We'd love to have you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Joanne.
Thank you.
Once again. Okay.